In a political landscape where every vote counts, recent polls reveal a surprising shift. Kamala Harris is gaining ground over Donald Trump in two crucial swing states. As we dive into the numbers, it's essential to consider what this means for the upcoming election and how it could reshape the strategies of both campaigns. What factors might be influencing these trends, and how could they impact the political landscape as we head toward November? Let's explore the latest findings and their potential implications. In a significant development ahead of the 2024 U.S. presidential election, Vice President Kamala Harris has pulled ahead of former President Donald Trump in two key battleground states, Michigan and Pennsylvania, according to new Quinnipiac University polls released Wednesday. Harris leads Trump by 5 percentage points in these states, marking a crucial shift as the race for the White House heats up. However, the situation in Wisconsin remains more uncertain, with Harris holding a slim 1-point lead, well within the poll's margin of error. Harris's strong performance in Michigan and Pennsylvania comes at a pivotal time. Just last month, a New York Times Siena College poll showed Harris leading Trump by 4 percentage points across these same battlegrounds. However, the latest Quinnipiac results underscore that Harris has maintained, and in some areas, increased her lead following the highly anticipated debate in Philadelphia last week. The debate, watched by over 67 million Americans, marked the first and possibly only face-to-face encounter between Harris and Trump before the November election. A post-debate CNN SSRS poll revealed that the majority of viewers believed Harris outperformed Trump, which could explain her subsequent gains in the polls. In Pennsylvania, Harris is leading Trump 51% to 46%, and the numbers are identical in Michigan, where Harris also has 51% support compared to Trump's 46%. The narrative in Wisconsin is tighter, with Harris holding a razor-thin 1-point advantage over Trump, 49% to 48%. Considering the poll's 3-point margin of error, Wisconsin remains a true toss-up, reflecting the state's historical role as a battleground in recent presidential elections. An AARP poll reveals that Wisconsin voters aged 50 and older prefer Donald Trump over Kamala Harris by 3 percentage points in a direct matchup. This preference grows to a significant 12-point lead for Trump among voters aged 50 to 64. However, Harris finds support among seniors aged 65 and older, leading by 6 percentage points in that demographic. The poll highlights the varying levels of support for both candidates across different age groups, underscoring the complexities of voter preferences in Wisconsin as the election approaches. A large portion of Wisconsin's electorate tuned into the Harris-Trump debate, with 75% of respondents in the AARP poll saying they either watched or followed the debate through news coverage. While these older voters appear more favorable toward Trump, Harris still managed to win the post-debate sentiment, with 55% of likely voters picking her as the winner, compared to 23% for Trump. Michigan and Pennsylvania have emerged as critical swing states, given their electoral heft and pivotal role in past elections. Both states went for Trump in 2016, but Biden reclaimed them in 2020, rebuilding the so-called blue wall. If Harris can hold her current lead in these states, her path to the presidency becomes significantly more feasible. Several key issues have contributed to Harris's edge in these states. According to the Quinnipiac poll, Harris leads Trump on issues of democracy preservation and abortion. These topics have resonated strongly with Democratic and independent voters, particularly in light of recent legislative battles over abortion rights and the ongoing discussions about the future of American democracy. On the other hand, Trump continues to lead Harris in these battleground states on issues like the economy and immigration. His messaging around economic growth, job creation, and immigration control seems to be striking a chord with voters who feel left behind in a rapidly changing political and economic landscape. Nonetheless, Harris's ability to lead on social issues and government integrity has provided her with a steady foundation of support in these key states. According to national polling averages, Harris is maintaining a slim 2.9-point lead over Trump, a marginal increase from 2.5 points after the debate. Trump's numbers had been rising steadily before the debate, but they dipped slightly afterward, reflecting the highly competitive nature of the race. National polls provide a useful snapshot of voter sentiment, but as history has shown, the U.S. Electoral College system means that swing states like Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin will ultimately decide the outcome. With the margins so narrow, both campaigns will be intensifying their focus on voter turnout efforts in these states as Election Day approaches. As November 5th draws closer, all eyes will be on the battlegrounds. The post-debate bump for Harris indicates that voters are responding positively to her campaign, but the slim margins in states like Wisconsin underscore just how tight this race is. Both Harris and Trump are expected to ramp up campaign events in these states, with a special focus on connecting with older voters and addressing economic concerns. With the economy, democracy, and social issues at the forefront, the coming weeks will likely see even more polling data as both campaigns jostle for the lead. That's the latest on the 2024 presidential race. With the polls this close, it's clear that every vote will count in these key battleground states. What do you think will be the biggest factor in deciding this election? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates as we follow the race to the White House. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.